Hello, everybody. It is Wednesday, June the 2nd. Working our way towards that July 4th weekend. And we do know that the wind picked up all through the day yesterday. Pretty breezy southwester. And of course, that kept things a little bit scaled down from what it has been. I'll tell you exactly what I mean by that when I come back in just a second.
Let's be real. No one wants to deal with nasty varmints like mice, roaches, creepy crawlies, and critters. Leave that work to the experts at Outer Banks Pest Control. Outer Banks Pest Control is the best on the beach when it comes to eradicating those unwanted creatures. They've been in business for over 25 years with well over 100 years of combined exterminating experience. Specializing in both commercial and residential properties, Outer Banks Pest Control has all the tools and equipment necessary to take on any pesky job. They pride themselves on top quality customer service and workmanship. Hey, if the trucks ain't red and yellow, it just ain't the right fella. Outer Banks Pest Control, the best on the beach with a proven track record of excellence since the year 2000 and online at outerbanks-pestcontrol.com.
Hey y'all, Captain Marty here, and when I was looking for a top quality mower, I went to the best, and the best is A&W Sales in Pinetown. Now at A&W Sales, they carry top quality brands like the Bad Boy zero-turn mowers, of which I own one now for 15 years. American-made, heavy-duty machines built to handle anything from backyard touch-ups to commercial jobs. They've proudly sold and serviced Bad Boy mowers for over 15 years. How about if you're in need of a trailer? A&W Sales carries the full line of Big Tex trailers, the best-selling trailer brand in the entire nation. Visit them in-store or online at awsalesnc.com, where tough equipment meets trusted service.
So the Hatter's fleet, as far as ocean fishing go, stayed tied to the dock. Southwester is a tough win for them because the way the coast curves and turns to the western right there at Cape Point, that southern beach and Hatteras Inlet, Southwester pretty much blows right onto the beach, right into the inlet. And so they all laid in, inshore and offshore. The Oregon Inlet fleet had just a very few boats went. A few was the key word in the report too, but the ones that did go had a few yellowfin tuna, although they were kind of a nice class of yellowfin tuna. I would call them 50-pounders. And a couple boats hit some blackfin tunas and a few dolphin or mahi. But all in all, they earned it, I think, pretty much. But they did what they could do, and they came back with a day. Of course, they'll never go when it's dangerously rough. But on days like today, you'll have a conference with your charter, and you'll see what your options are. You'll see if you want to reschedule or cancel, what you want to do, and you make that decision together. And then your deposit, if you stay at the dock, your deposit is either refunded or moved to another day. They did have a few boats out inshore, near shore, I guess we'd call it. Bluefish and Spanish mackerel for them, also kind of a basic catch. And that's really about all we have for boats fishing in the ocean. The Obsession, I don't want to forget that. We had the Obsession, Jeff Ross on the Obsession did catch and release a blue marlin yesterday. So that was good for him. Pier fishing, not much to it. A little bit of a bluefish bite, a little bit of a spot bite, a few sea mullets, but it was windy on the piers too, even though the wind was coming off the beach, so it's a little bit more manageable. The sea was not rough, but it also, the water temperatures were pretty cool. That's what a southwest wind will do. It blows the surface water off, and then that cold water left over from the seasoned spring, comes up from underneath. And so I saw temperatures down to 66 degrees, and just a few days ago we had water in the 80s. So a lot of that going on. In the surf down in Avon, I did see they had a nice mix down there of croakers, bluefish, drum, sea mullet, and a few small sharks. Thanks to Tony Lombardi from walkingangler.com, who researches that stuff for us every day. You can check that site out if you want to go somewhere where you can find out all about fishing without a boat, the walkingangler.com. And that was pretty much, I don't have a whole lot more to report other than probably the best fishing yesterday was in the backcountry. I'll take a little break, and I'll be back to tell you about that.
Ahoy there, folks. Captain Edward Lee here, and I want to invite you aboard the Miss Oregon Inlet 2. She's a modern 60-foot head boat outfitted with the latest top-quality safety and fishing equipment. We make 3 trips per day out of the world-famous Oregon Inlet Fishing Center. Visit MissOregonInlet.com or call us today at 252-251-4314. So ditch the beach for a bit and set sail with the Miss Oregon Inlet 2.
So the backcountry guides out of Hatteras picked up a few people off the dock that got blown out for the offshore fishing and they went the opposite direction. And it was a two-phased bite. The morning bite was pretty good for speckled trout, season now open for those, gray trout, and bluefish. And everybody came back kind of happy. But the afternoon group, as the wind picked up, this drum, they like it the rougher, the better. And it was just really a good bite on big drum. And that went on into the night where we had some 40 and 45-inch red drum caught in the sound. That's pretty much an everyday thing now. It's not a guarantee, but if you go out there and you fish the edge of those shoals and you get a little bit of chop on the water, pretty good chance they move up and down those shoals. There's a pretty good chance you're gonna come across some. And it's also several really good guides that do that for a living, and that is absolutely the best and quickest way to learn how to do it, is to go out and charter a professional and watch the rig, watch the bait, all that kind of stuff, and then do the best you can. The sound is plenty big. They're not going to be too worried about you getting in their spot because their spot changes every day. They understand the way the water works and the tides, the salinity tables, all that stuff. They'll find a place to fish. But what's important if you're beginning is to know what the rig looks like and how to rig up the tackle. So that's one good reason to charter a backcountry boat. So other than that, we're kind of between tournaments. We got a little breathing room right now. And as things change, I'll keep you posted. But good luck as you are here for the week. I hope having a great week on the Outer Banks. And if you're thinking, why is the water so cold? Well, it's that southwest wind will do it every time. But don't worry, it'll come back around. And, we do have a decent day today, a little bit cooler than what it has been. The sand is not miserably hot. So go out and enjoy it. That's just the way it is on the Outer Banks. If you don't like the weather, just hang around 24 hours and it'll change. Anyway, have a great day and may the good Lord bless you.